What's going on, y'all? So listen. What's going on, y'all? So we are back. We are back finally for another What It Is video. And oh, let me fix my ponytail. Sometimes my shit be raggedy as hell. Hold on. Okay, whatever. There we go. So we are back, and it's really not that much to talk about. First off, on the top of it, let's just start off like this on a good foot. Remember the story about Cyntoia Brown? You know, she was basically forced into prostitution, into like sex trafficking at a very, very young age. She was in her teens and she wound up killing a John. There's been many different versions of this story, whether or not she killed him in self-defense. That's what she claimed, and she got put to jail, and then she was sentenced as a teen, okay, and sentenced to life in jail without the possibility of parole, I believe. And you know, she claimed it was self-defense. People said he was asleep when she did it and they stole his car and all that stuff. But either way, she didn't deserve to have as much time that she had. Okay, so there has been a lot of rumblings and stuff going on in the legal system, in where she was at, whether or not, you know, this new governor or whoever he was going to give her clemency. At one point they thought he was, and she didn't get it. And then now they just put it out there that she has been granted clemency. I think she's been in jail over 15 years. Like she's 30 years old, I think, right now. And so at this point, she will be getting out in August, and she will be sentenced also to 10 years probation. Now, from what I read, I think it's the 15 years will be up, and that'll give her time served while she's in jail in August. So that's why they're doing it in August. But I feel like they should have just let her go right now. And if you go give her probation, give her probation. Okay, but we're gonna see how this goes. This is a good look for her, okay? Because like I said, people have done similar crimes and have gotten less, way less, you know. And if she was, I'm sorry to put the race thing in there, if she was a white girl that this happened to, you know, they would have did something else to help her actually get through this whole process and not just immediately thrown her in jail and all that. They probably would have took her a little bit more seriously. But since she's a black girl, or you know, whatever she is, she's a non-white child. So there you go. I'm sorry to have to bring that up, but let's be honest, okay? That's just what it is. You know, but she's getting out, and that's a good look. I just hope and pray that she's able to abide by the stipulations and the rules that she has for her probation. Being on parole for 10 years, that's a long time. That is a long time. But you know, hopefully it's better, you know, she gets on a good foot and she knows exactly what she needs to do and she does it. You know, I've seen reports where people were trying to give Kim Kardashian the uh credit for this, okay? And then calling her the princess of prison reform and all this stuff. Stop that bullshit. Stop that bullshit, okay? Because it was a lot of people that was on the Cyntoia Brown, you know, case a while before Kim Kardashian probably even heard or knew of the girl, okay? Yes, I will say that when these celebrities lend their voices, especially the most powerful ones, yeah, we probably see a little bit stuff moving a little bit faster, but stop giving people these stupid titles that they have yet to earn or deserve, okay? Just because Kim Kardashian talked to Trump about one person and it worked out, you was not no goddamn princess reform queen or whatever, the prison reform queen or princess or whatever the fuck it is, okay? No. No, stop that shit. Stop it. Okay, y'all give her way too much. Way too much. Um Moving on from that, since we're on the whole thing about sex trafficking and things like that, I did not want to get on here and talk about R. Kelly, but the shit just keeps going and going and going. Okay, ever since the documentary went off, I talked about parts 3 and 4 in the last What It Is, this What It Is. The ending part of surviving R. Kelly, it was just, I don't want to say, you don't want to necessarily place blame on people who are trying to find their children, but they put at least a couple of parents on there And they talked about, you know, you had Jerronda Pace on there talking about her whole thing. And y'all know she was signed into like a settlement deal if she, or NDA type of situation where she would get money. She was getting money for her silence, basically. And if she opens up her mouth and starts talking about it, she, you know, forfeits her settlement. And so that's exactly what she did. She forfeited the money and she started talking about it. So money was really no motive, but in the beginning, you know, she did take it. I'm not sure if she spent anything, but obviously she didn't care about it because she opened up her mouth and she spoke out against R. Kelly, and the alleged things that happened with her. Then she started talking about the whole thing with the Dominique Garner and how she brought her in, and you know, her mom, Michelle Brown, that lady, kudos to her because she would not give up finding, trying to find her daughter, and she wasn't going to stop, and she eventually found her daughter and got her daughter. And it kind of made me sad at the end because at first I was about to like, what the fuck, Dominique? That, I think Joycelyn was the one that called the cops or was trying to make it seem like the cops came or whatever because, you know, she's still with her, with R. Kelly. And Dominique wound up seeing her mom, wound up going away with her mom, but she also wound up going back 3 days later to where she was, to R. Kelly. But then she eventually got out, and they said that she's trying to adjust to life without it because, you know, she's going to need a lot of therapy, okay? Now, if you didn't believe a lot of the stuff that was being said in that whole show, and you saw that story and that didn't move you, like, come on now, something's wrong with you, okay? And you know, you get the Joycelyn Savage and her parents or whatever, and then Azriel and her parents, like them parents, Azriel, like you literally gave your child to this man. You sitting here, and that's what both of them, that's what pissed me off about both of these sets of parents because they both said, we heard of the allegations against R. Kelly. We heard other rumors and stuff about him and how he is with particularly young girls. But since he wasn't proven guilty on the stand in the court of law, we didn't think nothing of it. As if people who are innocent are not proven guilty. As if people who are guilty are not proven innocent. Somehow. You know what I'm saying? Because the law is fickle, bitch. Like, come on. That, y'all literally fed y'all kids to this man. Okay? Especially Ezra's family. When they literally let her get up on stage. You brought her to an R. Kelly concert. Okay, she's 17 years old. She don't need to be at this concert. You brought her to this goddamn concert. Okay, that's one thing. Then you let her get on stage with this grown ass man. Okay, come on. Come on. You know, you don't want to blame the family, but you have to take accountability somewhere, okay? He's primarily and mostly of all to blame, but you fed him to her. You know, you fed her, to him, I should say. And I don't know how I feel about the parents sometimes. I just know that what's currently happening now and what people need to understand is quit saying, well, oh, you get on Lifetime and you do this little documentary to sell your soul. Do you really think that they're getting that much money? If they got money for this at all? And I mean, it's fucking Lifetime. The show had already been, the documentary was already made. Okay, they just sold the documentary to a Lifetime or a network or whatever. That's how that shit works. Okay, it wasn't for specifically a network. Lifetime just so happened to be the network that picked it up, okay? And even if it was, Lifetime is not paying them thousands upon thousands of dollars to sit here and to make up lies or to spill their guts about what's going on. Lifetime ain't that big of a freaking company, channel, network to even shell out cash like that. Y'all see the goddamn movies on Lifetime. It's this new movie on Lifetime where Marsha Hardin finna come on about her making her daughter sick and making her daughter seem like she had cancer or whatever just to get money and sympathy. Okay, and they had the girl, you know, she's supposed to be bald headed or whatever, like she going through chemo. Why is it that I saw, you clearly can see the cap that they use to put over the head to make it seem like she ain't got no hair, that the hair is tucked up and it's peeling and everything. It just looks so cheap, okay? And then I seen another Lifetime, the acting was so fucking bad, and you really think they shutting out cash to these people? This was the best production that was ever I seen on Lifetime in a long time, okay? So, you know, like, no, I don't think money is a motivation. for the primary thing, like I said, these parents somewhat fed them to their child to them, okay? And what you also have to understand is that these kids are no longer kids technically. They're like 20 years old. They're like 18, 19, 20, and there's a statute of limitation as to what you can be classified as kidnapped, I guess, meaning that the parents can't just go in there and say, hey, cops, I want you to go and get my child because they're kidnapped. And then the cops will ask, well, how old are they? Well, if they're so-and-so age, they're considered adults, so we can't do anything. They're on their free will, okay? And that's what the case was with the majority of these people. You know, I don't know if they automatically went to the cops right off the bat and tried to get something done when it first initially happened. Okay, but right now the cops can't do nothing really. You know, they can't go in there and pull them out or whatever because they're of age. They're of age, and technically, they're considered to be there on their own free will. You know, TMZ put up a video of I don't know if it was a recent concert or whatever with R. Kelly and the Joycelyn girl and somebody else was there. We already know she did a TMZ video just basically saying that she did for her own benefit or whatever. So hey, and the whole thing about this whole you know, he can further my career type of situation. None of them, if you can sing or whatever, where the music at? Where the music at? We ain't heard a snippet of shit, okay? He's, you know, he's not there for that. He used that as a guise, you know? And so that's how he reel him in. Um what's been happening after the documentary, you know, R. Kelly wanted to do his own Surviving Lives website. They had a fan page up about it on Facebook. Facebook shut that down. He claims he got evidence or whatever, you know, that or he can counteract what all the people on the show has said. But my whole thing is, you knew about this, and as soon as I heard, you knew in advance what was going on. As soon as I heard that this was going to happen, and I would have been had my people and, you know, get all the receipts, get all this stuff, you know, get the website. So as soon as this documentary go live, the website going live. Okay, so this bitch gonna say that, and this is exactly what happened. Here goes the receipt, here goes this, here goes that. Okay, but no, that's not happening. And until this day, right about now, it ain't up either. Okay. He was recently out here in Chicago partying for his birthday, basically saying he don't give a fuck about what's going on right now. It's about him. You know, they was out there they protested in front of the studio where he was out here partying. Okay. They protested in front of that studio that the parents went to. They said he's about to get evicted from that studio because he owes like over $80,000 in back rent. Okay. My sister had hit me up and was like, girl, on the news, they had some dude on there talking about how they was outside the studio and they saw them take out 5 mattresses and they saw some girls come out the studio with their heads held down and put in a van. I said, damn. Okay, you know, it's just a lot. They had a rally against him, like I said, mute R. Kelly, and it's just like, you know, they figured out who it was that called in that bomb threat when they was trying to do the premiere, the release party for the premiere viewing for the documentary last month. So one of his associates, and they got his name because your dumb ass gonna use your actual phone number. Like, why would you do that? At least block your call or get up there and get a fucking fake ass Google number or some shit like that. I said niggas are dumb as shit. But look who we talking about. You gotta be dumb as shit to be fucking around with R. Kelly at this point. Still, you know, you're complicit in this. And you can't tell me. It just makes me wonder if all this stuff really is going on, which I do believe. R. Kelly can't be the only one that's doing something to these girls. Like, what is it in what? Like, am I the only one who ever thought about that? Like, it just don't feel like it's just him that's taking part in this stuff. And I'm talking about physically abusing or physically having sex with these girls. Okay, you know, um, one of his associates has got a warrant out or whatever because he was, what's his name, Mason or something like that, accused of you know, threatening Joycelyn's parents and all this shit and saying how they gonna hurt the family, whatever. And he wanted, and It's just a whole big mess, and they just making more. You don't want this attention on you already. You are in the spotlight once again for something very, very negative, and you got your people out here doing all this stuff. I don't know if he told them to do that, but you should bring your people in and be like, we got to be on our P's and Q's and don't bring no more unnecessary attention because we already got this negative spotlight on us. But niggas, okay, niggas. That's all I can say. Then you got other artists coming out. You had Gaga coming out against R. Kelly. She did that song, Do What You Want, Do What You Want with My Body. And it was a big controversy when that whole thing started. I remember when that song was on the album and I was like, R. Kelly. And then when they tried to do the video and I seen clips of the video, I don't think the video ever really came out. But it was just a whole bunch of backlash against that. And I was like, this ain't the right move. Okay, Gaga, you said you went through sexual assault and abuse and all that too, and you're with someone who's allegedly known for doing stuff like that. So it's like, wasn't a good look. She denounced it. She said she was young. Mind you, this was like 5 years ago, but she said she was young. She wasn't in a good space, and she wasn't dealing with her own trauma and things of that such, but she gonna try to get the song taken off of all music platforms and things of that such. I'll say, okay, if you say so, girl. You have Tank came out. They tried to catch John Legend up, because, oh, you up in here talking about this documentary, but yet you in pictures with Harvey Weinstein. He said, so the fuck what? Okay? That was way before I knew what was going on. Anybody knew what was going on about Harvey Weinstein. Ain't nobody know shit besides the people that was involved that was going on with Harvey Weinstein, okay? Until that shit broke a couple of years ago. Everybody and their mama knew and heard about an allegation or a rumor or something that was going on with R. Kelly since Aaliyah, okay? Since Aaliyah. And if you lived in Chicago, you went to Kenwood and all that stuff, you knew it before Aaliyah, okay? So there's a fucking difference. Chance the Rapper came out and said what he had. And then you got what's his name? Turk from the Bad Boy, not Bad Boys, the Hot Boys or whatever. He talked about some fuck, John Legend and all this shit, and you up there mad because you can sing or whatever, but you can never sing better than R. Kelly. Nigga, you missed the whole fucking point. And first of all, John Legend probably don't even know who the fuck you are. Okay, you're that irrelevant at this point, and you just like a dumb nigga just missed the whole entire point. It's not a fucking singing contest, okay? So you just missed the fact that he's out here fucking around with these girls. A lot of people probably didn't speak up because they got skeletons in their own closet and they trying to deflect. That's what it was, okay? You look like you probably did a whole bunch of shit yourself. Moving on from that, Chance the Rapper, he tried to speak out and clarify what he meant when he said in the documentary that he didn't believe the accusers because they were black women and all this shit. And then, he's regretting the fact that he did a song with R. Kelly and all this stuff. And, now he's denouncing his friends people have come out with accusations against some of his friends who have committed sexual assault or did something to the fact. And it's just like, it's a shitstorm right about now. And then the motherfucking Teairra. Woo, bitch. Y'all trying to get everybody up out of here, okay? And rightly so. You cannot be sitting up on somebody's documentary and on somebody's radio or podcast talking about sexual predators and what they doing and all this stuff, and you up here committing harassment in the workplace, okay? This girl came out and was basically saying how he made her working on the set hell because he was just being real rude, real nasty, real crass, I should say, and talking all this sexual shit to her, making her stay very, very, very uncomfortable. And she took it to HR, okay? And she had her receipts, the DMs of him trying to apologize, trying to get her not to say nothing and all that stuff. Like, bruh, it's just a lot, okay? Everybody. And then AJ Calloway getting accused of sexual assault and all this stuff, it's just a lot. I said, AJ, we heard about one incident early on when they was getting everybody out of here, when they started with the Bill Cosby and everything. And now we hear about, I think, at least a couple of more allegations coming out. Of course, they're denying it, but it's just, everybody got skeletons in their closet, and we're just seeing it. moving on from that, I really don't want to talk no more about R. Kelly. I really don't care at this point. You got people like Future talk about some, just don't talk about it, it'll go away. You need to talk about stuff like this so that that person could get punished. And quit trying to say, oh, we trying to bring a black man down who's successful, whatever. Just because he's successful or whatever, it's not that we trying to bring him down. We're trying to bring down a predator, okay? You guys are looking at success and stuff like that over the fact that he is a crime. He's committing crimes and doing stuff that's nasty because it's probably going on in your family and nobody in your family spoke up. And y'all think that shit is a norm. It's not always trying to bring a black man down. Just because you're black or whatever, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. If you out here being foul, you should be held accountable for your foulness, okay? Stop that shit, what else is going on? Ah, shit, I had a thought and I just missed it. It'll pop back up. But yeah, moving on from that. Um, Juelz and Kimbella got married. Why I started laughing? You know why? Because I looked at a picture I had posted one of their pictures on my Instagram and Facebook, and I'm so mad at the comments because everybody was like, this picture got, Kim Bella looking all happy and shit. She elated as fuck. But then you got Juelz, he looking like disappointed, like he fucked up and like he looking like, what the fuck did I get myself into type of shit. It's crazy, and I feel like they just went on ahead and did it before he got sent to jail. That's what it is, okay? Mona finna come in with the storyline if they're gonna be back on another season. Um, we got this whole shit. I don't care to hear about Trump and this whole shutdown anymore. It is ridiculous what's going on. Fucking ridiculous. And my heart goes out to everybody that's affected by it. I said it last week and I'll say it again. My heart goes out to y'all. Pastor motherfucking Gray. Now see, the first time I ever heard about Pastor John Gray, I'm not in church, so I really don't care about this stuff. I've heard too many negative stuff to even want me to go to a church like that and to actually participate. A lot of the ways, and I look up stuff about it, it don't make sense how it works, okay? It just don't make sense. I don't believe in a lot of the stuff that's going on. Yes, I am a Christian. I believe in God. I just don't believe in the workings of the church. Sometimes you put your faith and your hope in a man and they're supposed to be leading the flock and they're just as flawed as you and they're telling you what you need to do and how you should live your life, but they're out here not heeding their same advice and warnings and stuff like that. Okay? The first time I ever seen Pastor or heard anything about Pastor John Gray was when he had his reality show on that was coming up, and so I gave it a couple of episodes and I just couldn't. I couldn't get into it like that. And I still didn't have no hard feelings. I just was like, I always look at these, ever since I think that show, The Preachers, that was on, was it Oxygen, when Oxygen used to have reality shows with Deidre Haddock and that other dude McClendon and all that stuff. That shit rubbed me the whole raw. That rubbed, showing their goods and how they got all this money and stuff. That rubbed me raw. So seeing another preacher on TV with a reality show, it just made me go. And then I used to see his clips. Ever since then, I see his clips on Twitter or Instagram being shared around with people going up for him, and he talking about his wife had to birth him and all this stuff and ribs and shit like that. And it's just like, you a grown ass man. Okay, you a grown ass man, and y'all taking this to heart, and he's out here counseling other people on their marriages and stuff like that, and yet you get into a little bit of controversy because you brought your wife a $200,000 Lamborghini and everybody was trying to figure out, was you using money from the church or was that your money? You put out a video or whatever saying that it's your money that you use. You never touch money from the church. I said, okay. And then all of a sudden it comes out in one of your sermons that you cheated on your wife. You was out here having a whole ass affair. And you're counseling all these other married people or people that are about to get married about the ins and outs and the do's and don'ts, whatever, with marriage and what they need to do. And you out here fucking around on your wife. And then They trying to say that that's the reason why he brought that car. He brought that car as a hush gift, as a I'm sorry gift to the wife, okay? And then they said allegedly that the mistress or whoever, she might be pregnant. I said that is fucked up. All right, and then she gets up there and says the devil made my husband cheat on me. I said the devil made him cheat. Okay, okay, like people just I hate that shit. Like, y'all just throw blame and accountability on everybody else except for that person. And you use certain words to try to make it seem like you're so sincere and you're so intelligent or whatever. See, I just can't. I just cannot. That's so you out here speaking one word, but you live in a different. Okay, you're being very hypocritical. You're being very contradictory. You're being a fucking fraud. Okay, and I know people gonna be like, but he human. Humans make mistakes. Yeah, but y'all get yourselves up here. Y'all put these pastors and stuff on a pedestal as if they're without fault, without flaws, and without mistake, and they're not imperfect human beings. So when the downfall comes, it's like, see, this is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And I just don't know. Y'all give me y'all opinion about that. Um, what else been going on? I cannot wait to see the movie Little, okay, with Marseille Martin and Issa Rae and Regina Hall. I saw that trailer. We've seen it before, okay. It's like in Marseille is the youngest executive producer ever. Okay, and she's a little black girl. She is growing into a beautiful young black woman. Okay, she she doing the movie. This is her movie. This is her little idea that she got because she said when she was 10 years old, she watched the movie Big with Tom Hanks. And she wanted to do a movie like that, but it's in reverse, okay? So the trailer was cute. It was funny. It had me laughing all the way through. And I will be there to support when it comes out. The whole Wendy Williams thing, I honestly I don't know. I've been avoiding trying to talk about it because, to be quite honest, I don't care for Whitney Williams, meaning that I'm not a fan of hers. So I don't check up on what she's doing. The only way that I know about certain things that's happening is when I'm scrolling through the Shade Room because I read everything on the Shade Room or Ball Alert or other blogs that I be on. And the story will pop up about, possible divorce and the mistress being pregnant again, or, some stuff going on with her health and she broke her arm or her shoulder and she's pushing the show back a couple of more weeks and things of that such. And it's just like, people literally, I've seen the comments where people were like, that's what she get, karma, because she talks about people all the time, so now this is her karma happening to her, whatever. I never say no shit like that, but I can understand where people are coming from. But at the same time, that's none of my business, and I'm not gonna gloat over somebody having a little trouble going on in their life, okay? Regardless of how I may feel about them, regardless of the fact that I'm not really here for the way that they do things and they say things. Let them deal with that shit. Okay. Will she 100% come out and say what's going on? I don't feel like she will. Um, but at this point, we truly don't know exactly what's going on, and I feel like it's more that's going on behind the scenes than what people are being told. I think it's a shame, but what can you do but sit there and watch and see what happens? But y'all can give me more information on that. Bitch, they trying to do a whole ass, I ain't even gonna go there. I ain't even gonna go there. But moving on from that, what else been going on that girl, girl. So y'all heard about the lady that was in Arizona. She was in a coma. She's 29 years old. She's been in a vegetative coma state, okay, for the past 10 years. For the past 10 years. And she just gave birth to a baby boy. She's still in that coma. She's still in that vegetative state. And it is so fucked up. This is one of the fears that I fear if something happens to somebody that I care about, whether they're old and you have to put them in a nursing home or you have to put them in a facility to take care of them, about them being abused, whether sexually or physically. Okay? because it happens. And then the director or whoever, he resigned or whatever. And I'm like, the company's like, we welcome all the investigation that you can, because this, they think that it was some more shit that's been going on behind the scenes or whatever. Some other fucked up shit that's been happening. Now they finna, I said DNA test everybody, and make sure you DNA test that motherfucking the director who left, okay? Because at this point, that's messed up. Somebody in that facility did something, or they know something, and it's just disgusting. Why would you do, like, talk about being taken? That lady couldn't give no consent, and you just took advantage of her. You took advantage of her, and then was sloppy enough to get her pregnant. Like, that's messed up. Messed up. You know, and I hope they find whoever did it, and I hope they throw the book at them, because that's trash. That is so fucking trash. Um, anyway, that's really what. Let me look at something, see if I got some other stuff, because I want to talk about a couple of shows that I watch. And y'all know 90 Day Fiance is one of them. But let me go and look and see if Soulja Boy, you know, he went on a little rant. Did y'all see that shit? He went on a goddamn rant. I had the hardest comeback in 2018. The hardest comeback in 2018. I said, bitch, first of all, put that shit down, whatever it is that you're smoking on. Okay, let them drugs go. Go get you a whole ass 3 gallons of water, and drink that shit consistently, back to back, back to back, because baby, you looking a little dehydrated. And then go take your ass to sleep. Because at this point, you know, don't nobody care, all right? I guess he on the little hip hop, the marriage boot camp shit and all that stuff. So that's why he being brought up. But don't nobody care, Soulja Boy. What music you put out, and then have the nerve to talk about how they fucking up the industry. This ain't rap. This ain't shit. Y'all saturating the industry with this full bullshit and all this stuff. Which you ain't lying, but baby, you was a part of that shit too. Okay, you ain't no rap lyrical genius or whatever, but it is what it is. I just found that funny. Um, whoop. Judge orders to have R. Kelly's Chicago's music studio inspected by the police. It says, according to the Chicago Sun-Times, the inspection will take place on January 16th. Ain't that Aaliyah's birthday? Girl. R. Kelly attorney reportedly asked for 30 days to comply with the judge's order, but apparently the judge deemed this as an emergency motion and is only allowing 5 days to prepare for the inspection. But the owners of the buildings are demanding for the search too, saying they don't even have access to their own building. That is fucked up. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. What else is going on? Yes, Teairra Marie. So Teairra Marie, remember when that whole sex tape thing came out with her in the pictures, and then 50 Cent supposedly posted one of the pictures on his Instagram and was talking shit, and when she was trying to sue what's his name, Akbar, over the whole thing, and then sue 50 Cent as well, and she fucked herself over with what was going on. She allows herself, why did she allow her? I just, to this day, I did not understand why she allowed Mona to film all of that on Love and Hip Hop, knowing that she had a case, knowing damn well that it can work against her. But the judge, ruled in 50 Cent's favor and dismissed the whole case that she had against him, and told her basically that you have to pay $30,000 to him and his legal fees and all that. I said, do she even got that much? Do she even got that much to be shelling out? Okay, see, and people talking about the system. I seen a comment talking about oh, the court system failed once again, failed women. No, bitch, Teairra Marie failed herself. She put her whole self on TV and showed that she was playing games with this whole case. Okay, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. You gotta do what you gotta do. Beyonce. That's what I want to say. Speaking about the R. Kelly thing, Matthew Knowles came out saying that, hey, um, yeah, he wasn't trying to let them work with R. Kelly like that, because first of all, he didn't like the fact that he wanted them to record at midnight. Tina went to the bathrooms with them whenever they was going to places and all that stuff, which is good. Okay, that's a chaperone, and it was like people in the industry overlooked his stuff, overlooked what he was doing in his personal life, and was only trying to look at the professional shit. But still, it was just one of those things that I applied Matthew on. That's what you're supposed to do. Okay, you're supposed to protect these girls at all costs. All right, and I just wish these women had somebody in their life to protect them like that. What pissed me off when I was looking at the documentary on the last episode with Ezreal and her parents, when she was seeing how, she wanted to go see R. Kelly or whatever, and you're messing up my dream, and if you don't let me, they was like, she was threatening to do this and do that. Bitch, that's your child. I don't give a fuck if she threatened to pop your ass. That's still your child, and you put your motherfucking foot down, and they didn't. And they did it, and that pissed me off. But whatever. That's that sad thing all around. Um, Rihanna still ain't got no music, bitch. But whatever. So let's just get into it. Okay, let's just get into it. 90 Day Fiance. I got some stuff. Okay, because whoo. So I looked at Jay cheated on Ashley. Well, he ain't necessarily had sex with the girl, but she found out about the Tinder account and about him talking to other girls, and then it was like she was 18 years old, chunkier than me, and all that. And I said, "Girl, he young. What else?" But she was a white girl still too. I said, "Kick his ass out, okay? Why? I mean, go ahead. I don't understand she must still really love him or something, because to this day, like, he's still in this country, or they still together somewhat, like not together, but it's just interesting. And so the reunion comes on part one of the reunion, bitch, and they was faking it for. I said they sitting there with they pink on and all that shit, like they all together. And Jay don't even know what the word monogamous is. I said, boy, get out of here. I ain't gonna hold it against you because you were from another country, but oh, Ashley, on the one hand, I want to be upset 100% at Jay and just be like, you don't do shit like that you was in a relationship, but he young. He young. You the adult in this situation compared to him. Yeah, he may be 20 years old, but you the real adult. You're 30 fucking 1 years old, okay? He is a child compared to you. All right, mentally, he's still a goddamn child, okay? When you met him, he was a hoe, okay? What did you expect? What did you expect, girl? And why you keep holding on? Let that boy go, cause you're not in the same space. You can't trust him no more. Moving on from that one, the whole thing with Fernanda and Jonathan. I liked them as a couple. I actually did. They grew on me. Fernanda got me when she got John together about how he's supposed to be there for his family and get that together and get their relationship on track and shit like that. Yeah, she got me on that one. Bitch, they broke up. They're separated. I said, what? That just came out. I said, damn. I'm not 100% surprised, but there you go. And so she got into it with Larissa because when Larissa got arrested, she posted a photo on Instagram of her on a cop car, and she was like, people out here, you shouldn't be playing around like this because people out here worried about you, whatever. It's not a joking matter, because Fernanda was saying, people was asking her, is Larissa okay, and all this stuff, and she was like, I don't know, and she wasn't trying to come off rude, and I get where Larissa was coming from. But when that whole reunion happened and Colt and Larissa wasn't even there yet, everybody was over them. They were over them. Like, it was like the whole cast all against Colt and Larissa. They just could not stand their ass. Okay? And I think on the next week's episode, that come on Sunday, I should say, this Sunday, I think Ashley called her the C word. See you next Tuesday. I said, damn, in white people land, that's the equivalent to bitch and nigga all together. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, they get offended real quick if you call them that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I said, oh wow, this is interesting because I've never seen it where the whole cast is against one particular couple. And Larissa, when they finally got there, because her luggage got lost and her clothes got lost, so they had to find her something to wear. No, this is ugly. You can't have me looking like this with my enemies out there looking beautiful as fuck. No. Larissa was doing too much. Okay, Larissa was just, oh my God, you want to like somebody? And I started to kind of like her a little bit. But girl, she fucked it up at this reunion. She was just doing too much. You doing all this because you jealous of me. You jealous, because you older. I'm older than you. You need to respect people, bitch. You just nothing but a spoiled brat. She whines at the end of all her sentences. It just irritates me so much. She was doing so much. I said, jealous of fucking what, Larissa? Jealous of what? Okay, you got a case against your ass. You might get deported. And come to fucking find out, Larissa and Cope be over there beating each other asses, okay? Girl, she posted a video of her fucked up. Her face was bloodied and everything. He posted they got pictures of him with a busted lip and everything. Oh, they just having a time with each other, okay? It's just a lot that's going on. They need to just separate, and she need to take her ass back to Brazil or get her another white man that she needs to be with, because this is not finna happen. I said, what is going on? I said, where is Debbie? Debbie must not be living in the house no more with them to let this shit happen, okay? Who is calling the cops? This is a mess. It ain't funny, but it is a mess. And you wanna know who got on my nerves? Kalani got on my nerves because I feel like, hopefully in in part 2, they really press if Kalani, I don't know if Kalani gonna come back, but I really want them, Kolini, I should say. I really wanted them to press Kalani in the way that her family treats Asuelu, okay? And the comments that the dad says about, not wanting them to be with somebody that's brown or somebody that's from Samoa, and wanting them to be with white people and things of that such, the negative stereotypes that he has against his own people, and I wanted them to press Kolini a little bit more and see why the fuck she acts the way that she do. Okay, there's one thing being close, but you too goddamn close and involved in a situation with your sister. And then the whole thing with Lita, bitch, she got her ass, she had the nerve to get her ass up on there crying and shit like we supposed to feel for you and all that stuff. Oh, girl, they finna tear that ass up on Sunday with Eric, because they was looking at him like, you really threw your daughters out, okay? You chose this bitch over your daughter. You let this woman talk shit about your child like that to your fucking face, and you chose her side, okay? She admitted that she was selfish and all this shit, but girl, them tears wasn't fooling me. Them tears was not fooling me. I can't wait till Sunday, girl. I cannot wait till Sunday. And the other show that I wanted to speak on just a little bit, Cartel Crew. Bitch, Bondi Blue, she got a video up for it. She gonna be reviewing it. But yeah. Cartel Crew. Cartel Crew had me watching it like this, because I felt as though I was being an accessory to a crime and I didn't want to be in it. I was like forced to be in it. Okay. And they were doing a lot on that show. You got Griselda Blanco's youngest son, Michael, and if you don't know who Griselda Blanco, the godmother of cocaine, bitch, go look her up. She was a bad bitch in a bad way, girl. Okay, in the drug world, she was a bad bitch, all right? Mama had the shit on lock, okay? Mama was killing folks left and fucking right and did not give a shit about it, okay? Until she got assassinated when she was like in the streets of Colombia some years ago. Girl, it was just a lot. And then you got Tattoo Baby, who was, remember Tattoo Baby from, if you watch Black Ink Crew, when they went down to either Miami or Puerto Rico, and she met up with Caesar. They met and they had their love fling or whatever. I said, bitch, you cartel affiliated and you was fucking around with him? You could have did better. But okay, she said, bitch, it was just a dick. I needed the itch right quick. You know what I'm saying? So, she on there, this girl named Stephanie, Michael's wife, okay? Everybody's affiliated somehow with the cartels, okay? And then you get this one girl and her brother, I think his name, I don't know what his name was. I can't remember. Is it Marco or whatever? But they're twins and they're 25 years old. And her name is Nicole. And she basically went and got her whole body redid. You know, she suffered from low self-esteem because she was tired of people calling her ugly and all that stuff in high school and shit. And she was like, now people want to be like, oh, you a fake bitch. She was like, that's what I want to be, a fake plastic bitch. Okay, so whatever. And she really thinks she's cute. And I just really feel like her original face probably would have been probably looked better than what this is. Okay, she's just too done up. She's too much. And it's crazy how the issue was with her and Stephanie, and they was about to fight at that party. Okay, they was about to fight at that launching of um Michael and his wife clothing line. That was a dedication to his mother. Okay, and they was just going at it because she posted a police badge and that said family member, and you know, she was like, they was getting on her ass like, bitch, are you cartel or are you cops? Because we was told not to fuck with the cops. The cops are the bad people and all this shit, bitch, and you parading this around and all this shit. I was sitting here looking like, girl, Nicole, you good because you was about to get your ass whooped. She was about to get her ass whooped. Them lashes was about to be flying like bloop bloop, okay? But yeah, it's a lot. And then to see how they flip it, and Stephanie and y'all, that freak that pisses me off sometimes when I see on the show these two people going at it, and then next thing you know, they're cool with each other and they're like besties, and then they going at it with somebody else. And that's exactly what's gonna happen. I said, y'all are a mess. It feels like this is a replacement for Mob Wives, all right? Because I felt the same way when I first watched Mob Wives. Like, I shouldn't be watching this shit. I shouldn't even be, commenting on this stuff. But this is a goddamn cartel, okay? I was like, y'all can't be real cartel. Y'all, like, how do the real people feel that y'all putting y'all shit on blast like this and y'all just turned this into a fucking reality show? I don't know. I don't know. And I don't want to know, okay? MTV got Made in Staten Island about to come on, and Karen Gavano's daughter is going to be on that one. And you know, Karen was on Mob Wives on VH1. I said, okay, girl, you know, y'all better make y'all coins somehow. You ain't on TV, so let me put my daughter on TV. Girl, it's gonna be a mess, okay? No, I haven't watched the Marriage Boot Camp yet, and I've been backed up. I've been working, bitch, and so when I came home yesterday after I did that video yesterday, I went right to sleep. Okay. But I'm off this weekend, so I'm gonna be catching up and doing what I gotta do. If it's anything else, some other topics that you want me to talk about, put it down in the comments. I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Enjoy it. Be safe with it. And just be blessed. Okay? Have a good one, y'all. Peace.